What's up? Lots of questions lately about AI agents. What are they? How do you use them? What does it actually look like to have an AI agent doing complicated work for you? Well, I'm going to show you exactly how, and you can copy this. We are using a tool called Make.com. Make is an automation tool. It's in between Zapier and N8N in terms of complexity. So it gives you the no code option, but it also gives you the option of self-hosting it, creating your own webhooks, and so forth. I like that flexibility, especially when it comes to outsourcing your AI agents. And you'll see in our frameworks, we teach that AI agents are a lot like VAs, a lot like virtual assistants. And just like a great virtual assistant needs a great manager or supervisor, your AI agents need to be maintained. Their prompts need to be updated, and you can continue adding actions onto them. So let's just dive in and look here. Now, this is a content distribution flow. So this automation is checking a specific folder in Google Drive for new videos every 15 minutes. And as soon as a new, fresh, edited video hits that folder, all this stuff happens. It gets copywritten for, and it gets posted on a slew of platforms. And I'll show you a couple different ways to do this as well. This is for my podcast brand, blunttruthpodcast.com. Go subscribe on iTunes, subscribe on YouTube, show some love, show me that you care to support the truth, the proliferation of uncensored thoughts and observations. No, so let's just dive into the agents here, and you can see the AI agents here. I have a separate agent for each brand and for each social network. Imagine being able to hire a virtual assistant just for TikTok. All they do is research TikTok trends, research the top performing TikTok posts of your competitors, research the templates and the frameworks used for the highest, most viral TikTok posts. And same for Facebook, same for LinkedIn. No human being could do that for all the platforms and post every 15 minutes. But in this case, with AI agents, we can build a specialist. So instead of, you really can use AI agents to hire wide, and you could hire 20 or 30 people overnight, as you're seeing here, one for each platform and each brand. So the ones we're going to be looking at is going to be the TBT, which means the Blunt Truth Podcast, copywriters for Facebook, Instagram, and each of these is nothing more than a prompt. All right. And this is not a prompt engineering material here, but there's a lot that goes into a prompt that's going to save you costs because it's not super long, but it will also minimize and eliminate mistakes. Okay. And we don't even use the context windows or the system tools because it's all going to be self-contained. You're going to see that in a second. So it's just a prompt for each agent. Now, here's how it looks plugged into a workflow. Like I mentioned, we'll zoom in here. The trigger is this Google Drive. It's going to watch, it's constantly watching this folder, and that folder is located right here. You see one for each of those each brand. So anytime it checks, it's going to see it was anything created less than 15 minutes ago. Any new videos, in other words. And then if it was, Make is going to download the video. So this is designed for edited videos. The captions there, the subtitles, the zoom is all already on there. You just drag and drop them in. Gives you flexibility for your process. Now, Cloud Convert is going to turn this into a audio file. Why? Cheaper transcript. The cost actually comes out to less than just transcribing a video. Now, Cloud Convert gives you 10 free conversions a day. So if you're like a solopreneur, that'll work. We pay for Cloud Convert. DeepGram is going to transcribe it. It's going to make that actual transcript from the audio file. So now the way this router works is it fires each sequence in order. So here's that AI agent, and you'll see this module has that agent here. And you can see what it's doing is it's telling the agent the transcript from the DeepGram module, which is the transcript of your video. Now, all of the back-end prompting is happening here, where it's trained to research the latest posts from your competitors upon receiving that transcript, so on and so forth. It's going to output a single block of plain text with a Facebook post ready for direct copy pasting. Therefore, we can go into our Facebook module, Make. So now our Facebook module is creating a post, and it's going to be from the video file. And the description for the post, which is the Facebook text, is going to be that combination of hashtags and text for the captions. Same idea for Instagram, same idea for LinkedIn. You just, connect it, choose your page for the brand. Now, I'm not sharing some sauce here because we have a lot of sauce, but one thing we like to do, and I just want to show you the options here, is you can then start, you can get that first comment on your post automatically. You can even like your post from different accounts, choose a different connection for each module, and start liking the post from a bunch of accounts. You can check for comments and start automatically responding to comments. So you can actually have, and you would use different agents. One would be a comment responder, because that output has to be so specific. You can't have one AI agent be doing copywriting and comment writing, or post and comments copywriting. So I kept this simple for posting for you, and a little bit advanced posting here. So now we've posted it, and now let's post to YouTube, but we need a headline, right? Because YouTube is not just a description. We need a headline, right? So we don't need a full agent though. That's overkill. Certain tasks you don't need a full agent. So you get specific, but if you're too specific, like make a YouTube headline, you would never hire somebody in your company, a VA who's just a headline writer. I mean, unless you're like, I don't know, 8 figures in revenue, and it's like, 40% of your traffic is coming from social. But point is, you just need a little AI tool with one prompt here. You see this one prompt. It's just, you are a title copywriter, less than 100 characters, keyword-rich YouTube title, and it's going to feed it the YouTube description, right? Because the YouTube copywriter agent here is the one that made the description. So instead of feeding that whole entire transcript and spending a bunch of money to write a YouTube headline, right, we feed just the YouTube description, which is less tokens, into the headline copywriter. So then it's going to upload the video to YouTube. You get all your parameters there, your description, make it public. By the way, I just want to reiterate, this step makes it a .mov file. That is a better format for any multimedia automation. Pro tip, do not be using MP4s for your content automation, file automation. You're going to start running into errors in some of these modules that's like MP4 file dimensions not right, this and that. So we always like Cloud Convert to give us a clean .mov. This one makes the audio from that. So it's any video file. I could stick it in MP4, pretty much any video file format. This is going to make it a clean .mov. Then we get audio transcript. Anyway, let's bounce forward. Now we have another agent that writes the Reddit description for the Reddit post. Now we have a prompt that is going to write a Reddit post. No, this one writes the that's the Reddit post. This is the Reddit post title, just like YouTube, right? But there's also a third piece for a Reddit post, which is which subreddit are you going to post it to? So this is interesting. Reddit's huge, by the way, for certain brands and certain industries, certain verticals. We have a full list, subreddit by subreddit, literally, philosophy, true unpopular opinion, intellectual dark web, humanoid encounters, every single possible subreddit you might post to. So this AI step is just looking up your Reddit description and saying, which of these subreddits is the best fit? And then we make the Reddit post, and we post it to that subreddit with that title and that text. And I like to add a little blur below the Reddit text linking to the YouTube video ID to drive traffic back to YouTube from the Reddit post. That's a little hack for you. That's why they're in the same sequence here, the same route. And then we do Pinterest. Pinterest is complicated. I just wanted to show it's possible. There's a lot of platforms. Now, how do we handle, and I just want to show, you can make it all different ways, right? You can set this up different ways. Example is this one is going to actually post to Google My Business directly, right? You can do that. What about TikTok? You can't post directly to TikTok. It's closed off API. Well, you just make a task. And this can be on Trello, ClickUp, Monday, an email to your VA like we have here, and it just says make a TikTok post. Here's the video. Here's the description. So that's how you automate.